We're back with Knitting Knotty hand-dyed yarn, and today we're going to talk about circular needles. So ideally your pattern should tell you what size circular needles you need. There are long circulars, there are ones that are even longer than this one. You can use for like blankets and sweaters and all kinds of things. You have smaller circulars for things like hats or cowls, all the way down to super teeny tiny ones, very tiny, for socks. So circulars come in all sizes. Anything that you'll need, you'll be able to find. Okay, and your pattern will tell you the size of the circular that you need. So a lot of times it'll say 16 inch, 18 inch, 24 inch, or in the case of socks, 9 inch. Okay, what you'll need is the correct circulars, your yarn, and at least one stitch marker. I like my dice stitch markers, but there's tons of different kinds of stitch markers out there. There are stitch markers that open. These particular ones do not. I like personally with knitting ones that don't open, that way they don't accidentally fall off. But for crocheting or people that do both knit and crochet, they will want ones that open because with crochet you need that. So right now I'm just going to use this guy, but there's all different kinds of stitch markers out there. Then you're going to do your cast on. So your cast on will be exactly as we've shown in the first video of getting started, and your pattern will tell you how many stitches to cast on. When you are going to connect in the round to make something round, you'll want to cast on one more stitch than you need. Okay, so in this case I'm going to need 80 stitches, so I cast on 81. And then we're going to bring our work around so that the needle we were casting on with now is on the left hand side. Okay, the first thing you need to make sure is that when you're connecting in the round, you're going to bring some of these stitches up onto your right hand needle. Most important, make sure that your stitches don't twist. So you want the bottom to always be on the bottom all the way around. What we don't want is to accidentally do this and have it's kind of swirled around there. And on bigger projects, it's sometimes a lot harder to see because this loop will flip. There'll be like a twist in the loop and then it's hard to see, but make sure you don't have that. Otherwise, your whole project goes down the tubes. Make sure that when you connect in the round, all of the stitches are going in the same direction, okay? So we have that there. Then you're going to bring your stitches close to the end here, okay? You're going to slip the first stitch on the left needle over to the right needle. Then you're going to take the first stitch you had on the right needle, which is now the second, and you're going to slip it over that first stitch that we slipped over, and that anchors them together. So now we're connected. Then you're going to take your stitch marker, you're going to place your stitch marker on there, and that marks the end of your row. So when you knit all the way around, when you get to the stitch marker, you'll know that is the end of row 1 or row 2 or row 3 because it will stay on the needle. So as you knit and your project moves down, this will stay on the needle moving with you with each row. So that'll mark the end of your row. So then you just go and start knitting how you normally would. Figure out which one of these is the tail end and get that out of the way. Get your working yarn that goes from your yarn ball to your stitches. Snug those two up a little bit and then just start knitting.